Hello again, Ian Stokey with Mastermind Games, back for more Monsterpocalypse, and this time a Harbinger Comet Shard. Antique Gold 09050. This is going to be a funny one because it's mostly lighting effects. So, the Harbinger Comet is what the Planet Eaters came in on. Broke into pieces, scattering the largest creatures all around the Earth. And in current fiction, Guard managed to figure out how to use the crystals of the comet as a power source to power up their supermechs, but also discovered that when the crystals are exposed to the energies emitted by the larger creatures like Gorgadra and Logzor, that they become highly explosive, and theorized that the Planet Eaters, once they are done turning Earth into brunch, will blow up the Earth to scatter themselves into space again. And the only thing many of the Planet Eaters creatures have in common is they appear to have crystal embedded in their brains. So it seems the Planet Eaters have absorbed certain life forms from the planets they consumed previously into their own collective whole. Being rules wise, this reduces the cost of Planet Eaters units spawned when you are securing it. Once a turn, you can reduce the cost by 1. And once a turn, when you destroy an enemy model, you gain an additional power dice. Note though that units are not, or buildings, are neither friendly nor enemy, so don't think it would apply to that. But originally in first edition, the Harbinger Comet Shard was an installation, a subtype of building that, okay, that's gonna fight me. Maybe I didn't get enough primer on it. Thought I gave it a good once over though, but well, we'll just see. So in the first edition, installations were faction figures and could only be taken if one of your monsters came from the same faction. That restriction no longer seems to apply, but Planet Eaters definitely have more to gain from taking one or more of these than any other faction does, solely because of the reduced spawn cost, which we'll see if other installations have comparable abilities when I get some of them. I am trying not to hit the white on these nodes, which I believe are meant to be larval Planet Eaters. If I gotta pick them out in white, that's fine. I have to do that anyway. Let's see, I want to make sure I've got them all. Looks good. That's a start, so I need to let that dry completely, and then I can shade and go from there. Alright, Ancient Bronze 09049, gonna shade with this, so thinning it with 1 part water to 1 part paint. And a bit of lighting after that, though. Trying to keep this on the Planet Eater eggs or juveniles or casings. It's deliciously ambiguous here. And then after this dries, I'm going to off camera take either matte white or some brush on primer, probably matte white, and just do some touch-up work to make certain the areas I want to light up are perfectly clear of any other, or I think you get what I'm saying, being a little scrambled. But I'm going to make sure the areas I want lit up are ready for it before I start recording again, so we'll restate that in the next clip just to be doubly sure. This is going to be a short one just because of the very simple color scheme. Alright. Let that dry completely and move on. Alright. I did some touch-ups with matte white off camera, and now I'm going to take leaf green 09011. Thin it with 2 parts water to 1 part paint. Well, 2 to 3 parts water, 1 part paint. And I'm going to go over these oval shapes on the larva. I know I used just to let some of that white show through. Right there. Alright. Now, need to let some of this dry still, but getting there. Okay, the big one, Vampire Red. This is the part that's going to match the lighting on the rest of the Planet Eaters. Oh, I've barely begun. I've dropped hundreds of frames. Well, it's not a way to start a video. Alright, the hell with it. I can at least thin the paint while my computer decides to play nice. So, 2 to 3 parts water to 1 part paint. Once again, the more technology advances, the more things are turning out like that Mel Brooks movie Spaceballs. Going from the top down, and this is, okay. Well, this is unexpected. Gonna have to do 2 layers at least. Alright. Alright. We'll figure something out. So, well, you know, I thought this has happened before. I thought it was just me unintentionally skimping on primer, but now I'm not so sure. So I slathered this thing pretty thoroughly, so Well, I'm just gonna do this and then hit up with a second layer of the red, and we'll go from there. But well, this is one of those things that is kind of unpredictable, that is irritating. It happened. Well, we'll just have to try to figure out a workaround. But yeah, this is I'm not sure what I can say about this. It's just maybe I just have too much water in now. That's no. All right. It's just gonna have to be 2 layers, so fine. We'll just try to get a bit over everything, and then do it all over again, and that's it's just gonna have to be what it is. Not how I wanted this to go down, but it happened, and the only effective option is just to figure out a way to deal with it. So yeah, I'll just try to get just a little more on here, and come back in a bit. That was definitely unexpected. We'll try that again in a minute. Okay, well that took many more thin coats of the Vampire Red to get this. I don't know what happened, but I'll have to figure it out later. Time to highlight Pearl White 09100. This is a metallic white. And taking a ragged feathered brush, something along the lines of this. Straight paint, no water. Rub most of it out on the paper towel. It'll look like there's little to nothing left. I'm just gonna lightly dust. Trying to go against as many of the raised edges as possible. To catch the paint and really make those crystals pop. I'm thinking it might. Maybe I didn't prime it as well as I thought I did, but I'm still uncertain exactly what went wrong, so I have to figure it out. I'll have to figure it out later. In terms of list building, your buildings are going to be just as much a part of your force as anything else is. So depending on what strategy and monsters you take, make sure you're taking buildings that complement those monsters. with only 12 potential buildings to work with in your force, that can mean you're going to have to make some tough calls. For example, do you want to take multiple industrial complexes to get a speed boost? Or to make sure you can have a speed boost even late game, do you want to take radar or communications arrays for the range boost? Just kind of depends on your playstyle. So just food for thought. A little bit more here, but that's not too bad. New gold 09051. Let's see. Just need the right brush. This one, I think. And burnishing the larval planet eaters. Am I dropping frames again? I've dropped a few, but this video has not gone quite as badly as the April Fool's one I did the other day, but it's certainly had its share of problems. And I'm just trying to uniformly work from the top down in these. Based on the positioning of these larvae or eggs or whatever you'd like to think they are. Looks like they originate at the top of the shard, getting bigger and assumably closer to hatching, the closer they get to the bottom. Okay, that's got it. And I need to let that dry completely, then I can glue it to its base. Okay, final step. Taking the base out of the protective wrap. I like to keep them in here until the last minute, just because there's a lot of paint flying around while I'm working. Thick cyanoacrylate superglue. This is the stuff that can and will glue your hands shut if you're not careful, so just bear that in mind. Be careful. And center it the way I like it. And just hold that down for about 10 to 20 seconds or so. I think that's got it. And there we go. A Harbinger Comet Shard. This one was got really awkward, but I'll try to figure out what I did wrong for the next one. Next up is a heaping helping of Signar from War Machine. Until then, I am Ian Stuckey with Mastermind Games, signing out.